fights, unlike normal people who need to be killed or sometimes just knocked out.
You mean like this? Ah, ghost!
Anyway, Hiei kept his...
What's going on, everybody? This is
Marie
and Reso saying hello and welcome back to another video. Here we go with another death battle. We really wanted to get it out sooner, but stuff happened, so couldn't do that. But of course, we got these shout outs so that we don't get left behind on the shout outs. So here we go.
Yeah, we have John the Wolf and Gamer Squad.
Boom. So
thank you for your shout outs
exactly
and first
that.
comments.
Y'all want to get y'all self a shout out? You know what to do. Just be the first one to comment on our video. So
why did you pause?
all right, so here we go. This death battle is Sasuke and
Hiei.
I want to say Hiei.
I'm just gonna say hi.
It's Naruto versus Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm sure you don't know anything about Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, honestly, I don't really think I do either. I know he has something like, I think his special move or something like that. It's like with a gun, like his hand, it shoots out something. Something like that.
Probably
like,
energy.
it's something. Like, y'all let me know if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure we'll find out in the video when they're describing them. But yeah, it's an old anime, like one of the older ones that most people grew up watching around our age. Kind of like
Not Pokemon. Because I know we grew up with that.
No, it was around that time. It wasn't on the same channel. It was
okay.
It was on something else, like Cartoon Network or something like that. Pokemon was on like WB, on Saturdays.
Gotcha.
Like Inuyasha, like that's another one that's an old classic. Like around like Sailor Moon, stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah, I knew about Sailor Moon.
yeah. But I mean, honestly, I don't even need to wait. I already know who I'm going with on this one. I'm going with Sasuke, of course.
Did we get a rundown?
If you want one, we can do that. We can do that for you. But I already got my pick, so we'll finish it off, and then she'll make her decision after she figures out, after she watches everything. But I feel like we done already, this intro is a little too long, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. But before we do that,
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Go ahead and join the squad and see what we got coming up.
all right, here we go.
They're grim, nihilistic, and dreadfully ominous. Even when they fight on the side of good, they'll never crack a smile or share in the reward.
Oh, great. We're talking about edgelords, aren't we?
Sasuke, rival to Naruto Uzumaki and the solitary survivor of
him.
Uchiha.
Okay.
You didn't know who Sasuke was?
No, I forgot putting the name with the face.
To demons. Neat. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their
Boomstick.
weapons, armor, and skills
Sorry.
to find out who would win a death battle. The Uchiha clan was renowned for their incredible ability in battle. Despite being one of the founding families of the Hidden Leaf village, Konoha, the Uchiha were outcast and cut off.
For good reason. Their people had gotten pretty famous for attacking the village with the big nine-tailed
Sasuke is
bugs,
probably like
so
my
not a good
third
But
favorite
everything
Naruto
changed
character.
with the head of the clan's firstborn son, Itachi. He was a brilliant boy and a promising future for the family.
Even becoming the youngest kid to ever graduate ninja school. I went there for a bit, but then I learned they didn't use guns, so, you know.
But Itachi opposed the clan's latest plot for a coup. His response was, well, pretty clear-cut.
I'll say he went and murdered all of them. Every last one, except for his kid brother, Sasuke. Naturally, Sasuke was pretty pissed off that his big bro killed his whole family, so he swore to become the bestest shinobi ever and hunt Itachi down.
Oh, he's my height?
Should have let him in
Okay.
on the plan there, Itchy.
That's not your
Just
age.
like his brother, Sasuke soared
Oh,
through his
height.
schooling with flying colors, quickly learning the three primary kinds of jutsu.
Dang, but he's only 115 pounds.
Ninjutsu, which
Yeah.
is basically magic spells,
Needs
Genjutsu, which
food
messes with
in
the
his
mind, and Taijutsu, the one where you just punch people.
While Sasuke impressed with inhuman speed, swordsmanship, and physical ferocity, he's mastered several powerful ninjutsu techniques.
Like belching his classic fire breath, making up to 8 shadow clones of himself, and the Chidori, a ball of freaking lightning that has some shocking effects.
Plus many more. And along the
Yeah,
path to
he's
revenge, he
learned
spent
way
much of
more
his
than
time
that.
perfecting and improving these techniques, even mastering lightning release to the point of casting Kirin, an electric strike in the shape of a dragon.
Divine Intervention 2.0. Smiting your foes is the way to go.
He can infuse his abilities with any of the 5 elements: fire, wind, earth, water.
Heart!
No, lightning, obviously. As well
It's,
as wind release, an element of
He
creation
was so disappointed.
itself.
He was so excited
Basically,
about that
don't
that
make
heart
fun of
though.
Sasuke to his
He
face,
shut him
'cause He'll
down.
kill the shit out of you before you even know what's happening. And we haven't even covered his best weapon yet.
Right, it turns out Itachi didn't only spare his brother because he loved him. He planned for Sasuke to witness this horror. He planned for Sasuke to swear revenge on him.
'Cause he wanted him to
Because
get
this
stronger.
was the sort of trauma and hatred necessary to unlock an Uchiha's greatest weapon, the Sharingan.
Yep.
The Sharingan eyes aren't some cool-looking lenses. They give Sasuke a bunch of new abilities. He can see chakra, the energy within people that powers jutsu. He can copy an opponent's techniques, memorizing them after
Those
one
are
look.
my 2 favorite.
Almost like a mirror image of my own.
Rock Lee
He
and
can even trap you in a bonkers genjutsu hallucination that makes you go crazy or just pass out. Like
I'ma
me
remember
on
it.
Saturday.
Just pass
And
out.
that's just the standard version. By adding the trauma of loss to the mix, the Sharingan can evolve
Like a
Gaara.
Pokemon!
into the Mangekyo Sharingan. With the Mangekyo, Sasuke can call upon far greater powers. He can cast Amaterasu, an irrepressible black fire hot enough to burn the sun. Even better, Sasuke can summon the Susanoo, an enormous avatar of chakra that fights for and protects him.
Which is strong enough to slice through meteors. Badass. Too bad Sharingan Part 2 has one big downside.
Yes, it eventually causes the user to go blind.
Unless you find someone else with the same manky eyes, pluck those out of his head, then rip out your own eyes and replace them with the other guys. Gross.
And so, Sasuke found and killed his older brother, avenging his family and swapping Mangekyo eyes. Which was, again, Itachi's plan all along. So, good job?
Who came up with this shit? Ahem. We're not done with eyeball shenanigans, though. He also got some Rinnegan circles, which gives him all sorts of weird context-sensitive powers, like the I'm not gonna say that word, that teleports by bending space and time.
Most notably, the Rinnegan grants Sasuke the powers of the 6 paths, like the Diva path for manipulating gravity, the human path for ripping out souls, and the Preta path for draining energy.
Like a ninja vampire!
Sasuke has used the Diva path in particular to extreme effect, once creating multiple planetoids which crashed in an explosion visible from outer space.
By checking out the Earth's curve here, it's
Is
pretty
the bigger
obvious
guy
the blast is worth
that-
more than 35 teratons of TNT. That's 7 billion times more powerful than the Tsar Bomb, the
Boomstick.
biggest nuke ever detonated.
And as mentioned before, Sasuke is known for his incredible speed, able to
Doesn't
keep
he
pace with the
remind
likes
you
of
of,
fellow legends Naruto and Madara. In fact, Naruto once dodged an
Machinery.
attack from
Heavy
Madara,
machinery.
which, according to the 4th databook, moves at the speed of
If he
light.
was talking,
And
that he
Sasuke
reminded
can
you
fight
of him.
Naruto to a draw. You know, the guy who's an alien descendant with a demon fox in his belly and also took a beam to the face that sliced the moon in half? That's a 27 exaton blast right there.
With his quest complete, Sasuke finally discovered Itachi's true goals. But even after making peace and having a child of his own, he never could return to the happy life of society.
You just can't shake off all that edginess.
Instead, Sasuke chose to defend the Hidden Leaf from a distance, just like his brother before him.
Don't mess with Sasuke of the Sharingan.
If anyone who criticizes my way of life were to come forward, I'd turn around and kill every single one of their loved ones, so that they too could grasp what it's like to experience this hatred of mine.
Standing less than 5 feet tall, this black-clad goth child may not seem so intimidating at first glance.
Yeah, I mean, paint a red stripe on him and he's just a human Shadow the Hedgehog.
But in reality, Hiei is a menacing warrior of
Hiei.
demonic heritage, born to a forbidden love between an ice woman and a fire
but he said
monster.
it's 5'3".
Reminds me of me and my ex. Well, too bad the rest of the ice ladies got pissed that she had banged a
Age
literally
is
hot
between
dude, so
16
when
and
her son was
99.
born,
I'm
they
done.
chucked the
They
little
they don't
bastard
know.
right
I'm
on their floating
done.
island. Damn, ladies, I know you're jealous, but you don't gotta take it out on the kid. That's my stepfather's job.
And yet, the child survived. Raised by thieves and remembering every last moment of the catastrophe of his birth, Hiei swore revenge.
And having bandits for foster parents means he got into stealing and murder at a wonderfully young age.
With his otherworldly physique, Hiei quickly became an expert in athletic ability and swordsmanship. These skills would grow even further after he joined forces with his rival, the spirit detective Sauske.
That's
But
what
he
I'm thinking
needed
of.
more than blades and brawn to get back
Wrong-
at the
wrong-
ice bitches.
wrong
So
character,
he
my
went to
bad.
Shigure, the Doctor of Darkness, who would implant a magical third eye into his forehead. Because we still ain't done with these eyeball shenanigans again.
This was the Jagan, literally translating to evil eye. With the Jagan, Hiei wields numerous mystical powers. He can spy on people and objects from 10 kilometers away. He can read minds and protect his own from powerful mental attacks. He can move objects and energy with telekinesis.
And that's just the start of his powers. But with the Jagan stuck in his face, Hiei finally made the trip to Ice Town. But wasn't quite what he expected.
Right, instead of slaughtering the demon women as he planned, he spared them. Because he realized that they lived meaningless, cold lives.
You get it, 'cause they're ice people?
Is this pity? From a demon?
I mean, you might not want to invite this guy to your next backyard party, but he's not that bad of a guy. Case in point, he found out he's got a twin sister and set out on a new mission to find and protect her.
And with the Jagan Eye and his further abilities, he'd make one powerful bodyguard.
Yeah, by incinerating all your enemies! He can light his punches ablaze with his fist of the mortal flame, giving his foes a sick burn. But what's better than normal fire? Demon fire, of course! Dragon-shaped demon fire!
This is the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, an overwhelming entity of fire and pain that can obliterate foes in an instant.
It just killed all those people! I feel a little bad, but they're demons, so yeah.
The dragon burns
Yeah.
hotter than fire and is difficult to control. It can even turn on its wielder. Yet Hiei has recklessly forced himself to master the technique, with some, trial and error. Don't worry, he got better.
His demon elemental resistance has certainly helped. He can power through most elemental attacks no problem, and is basically immune to fire and ice. And when he wants to get up close and personal, he can mold the darkness flame into a kick-ass sword.
He can even summon multiple dragons after assuming his ultimate form, the Giganchi.
Oh yeah, you thought one extra eye was creepy? How about a bunch of eyes all over? Which, to me, just seems like a lot of weak points.
Well, it's not. The Giganchi form greatly increases all of Hiei's abilities, not just the Darkness Flame. And to add even more layers
is a
to
little
this,
freaky.
Hiei can also absorb the Dragon of the Darkness Flame himself, further increasing his strength and speed.
All of which lets him keep kicking ass and taking names around the demon world. His buddy Yusuke was quick enough to dodge lightning, but was not fast enough to see all of Hiei's sword swings when he slashed up this ice guy, Siryu.
How many times did you cut him? Only 16.
And here I could only keep track of 7 or 8.
Therefore, Hiei was clearly attacking at speeds far faster than lightning, around 300 times the speed of sound, and that was still very early in his journey when he was considered a C-class demon. As he ranked up, Hiei gained even more incredible speed.
His darkness sword could even cut and burn through Kuro Momotaro, who evolved to be totally immune to, cutting and burning. So figure that one out.
By the end of his adventures, Hiei was ranked S-class level, making him many times faster than before and equal in power to his rival Yusuke.
And that means he's super powerful.
Right, Sensui, an S-class human, claimed he had to limit his power, as a mere 50% of it could create a worldwide earthquake. Yusuke's mentor, Genkai, even believed Yusuke could obliterate the entire planet.
But conveniently, the demon world is a lot bigger and tougher than Earth, so this crazy power level is tricky to prove. Either way, Hiei's basically on a league of his own.
As shown by Sensui, a typical S-class demon can defeat 3 A-class ones with minimal effort.
But Hiei took on 500 all by himself.
I unleashed 500 A-class demons.
Then you should know by now that when I say 500 A-class demons, I mean 1,000.
Damn, dude, shouldn't they call you like ultimate S+ class or something by
Yeah.
now?
Well, he's certainly comparable to Yusuke. When Yusuke fought the Demon King Yomi in the Demon World Tournament, the two of them hit each other so hard that this happened.
Holy shit, that's insane!
While this technically occurred on a tree in the hardier Demon World, yes, that's a tree, we can calculate the curvature of the planet as seen here. The treetop appears to be well above cloud level, and we can use the circumference and the distance to this girl to determine the explosion's overall size. With all this in mind, we
What?
concluded the blast must have been at least 4.5 million meters high, nearly 15 million feet.
From just a punch! Well, I guess 2 punches technically, but Yusuke wasn't even in top form at the time, and he survived being in the middle of all that. Since Hiei can fight evenly with Yusuke and even move faster than him, I'd say they're definitely in the same ballpark of power level.
And just for kicks, Hiei can separate his spirit from his mortal body while still maintaining all of his abilities.
So, is he a demon? Or a ghost?
Both, I guess. He can do this anytime he wants, unlike normal people who need to be killed or sometimes just knocked out.
You mean like this? Ah, ghost!
Anyway, Hiei kept his word and soon found his sister in need of aid. Despite
done.
his terrible
You mean
upbringing,
like
he's
this?
actually found a supportive family among friends.
Except he never did tell her he was her brother, cause he's just too emo for that.
Still, few can match the dangerous power Hiei commands.
So
Once your own doom has been unraveled, I assure you
I
there's
gotta
no
go with
turning
him
back.
because you know he's dragon type.
All right, still going with Sasuke.
I'm going with the other guy. Oh, they went back to the other graphics.
You! Where are you going? That's not your business. Turn back! Fist of the mortal flame!
I'll end this quickly.
Okay. I don't know how many hits that was.
Right.
No match.
Oh yeah, he trapped him inside of his
How interesting.
Oh, okay, so he broke out. All right, okay.
What? How? Pathetic fool.
Oh, no, the graphics are better.
Graphics got real good.
The third eye, you know, we just need an extra eye to see. The dragon is out.
Damn you.
What is that, a gargoyle? That's a gargoyle?
No, you didn't hear what he was saying.
I asked if it was a gargoyle.
Dragon?
Oh, great. I got a 3-headed monster. Don't worry, you ain't done yet. It ain't over. You thought it was. Oh, yeah.
No match.
Okay, heavy machinery.
He said no match. Oh, please. You're a goner.
I'm not sure who's gone.
Well, it's not over yet.
I see.
He gonna open his eye.
I'll put you to rest now.
Again, the same move. Oh, now he put it into a sword.
They cleared a little arena.
You better spit some blood.
That's more like it.
And we back.
Fit for a demon.
KO!
KO.
Wait, really? I thought this was an easy win for Sasuke.
That's what I'm saying.
happened?
Well,
Explain.
hold on. I promise there's a good explanation.
Yes!
This
Well, I
was
need
an
it.
extremely
I need the explanation
close match.
now.
Sasuke was certainly faster than Hiei, given his light speed reactions through scaling to Naruto. And technically, he went through superior training, so there's certainly a few versions of this fight where he could use those advantages to take the win.
Oh, but you
we're
didn't
always
choose
looking
that,
for who
huh?
has the best chances to win most often, not just in very specific situations.
Exactly. At first glance, it's easy
dragon
to
is
assume
strong with
Sasuke's
that one.
enormous and varied arsenal could have simply overwhelmed Hiei. But to our surprise, Hiei had perfect counters for almost everything Sasuke could throw at him. Being a fire and ice demon hybrid with elemental
and
resistances, he's powered through electrical attacks like the Chidori before, and his fire immunity and oneness with the darkness flame turned the devastating Amaterasu into a mere annoyance.
Sasuke's Rinnegan gave him gravity control, and that Sharingan genjutsu was pretty brutal. But Hiei's Jagan gave him telekinesis and mental protections, putting the brakes on Sasuke's eye shenanigans. Even if Sasuke tried using human path on him to rip out his soul, it wouldn't have mattered, cause Hiei could keep fighting as a ghost!
And frankly, it's unlikely Sasuke was that much faster. While Hiei could outpace Lightning at C-Class, the difference between Spirit classes is far greater than a simple 100 or 200% increase.
Yeah.
After all, a lower S-Class could beat 3 A-Class fighters without much effort, and Hiei is an upper S-Class. But most surprisingly, Hiei's level of power surpassed Sasuke's.
No friggin' way!
Let's look at the Susanoo's meteor feat. By measuring the meteor's size compared to the Susanoo and applying sheer force, we determined this feat equaled about 364 teratons of TNT at most.
In scientific terms, that's a hell of a lot. And obviously, scaling to Naruto means he could take a hit worth 27 exatons. How could Hiei top that?
Okay, yeah, please.
Well, recall how there were multiple claims that S-Class demons could obliterate the Earth. Since most fights took place in the demon world, which is much hardier than the human one, these claims were difficult to prove and seemed a little dubious.
Until Yusuke fought Yomi and they made that gigantic explosion.
As we determined earlier, that blast was at least 4.5 million meters tall. At minimum, the kinetic energy of an explosion like this would equal about 285 zetatons of TNT.
That's 21 zeros. Way more than Sasuke's meteor.
Whatever.
Feat. Even if we half it, because there's
There's
two
the
people
math
doing
that
the
can't be
punching,
debunked.
that's still over 5,000 times greater than the Naruto moon slice.
They making
It's
up
probably
words,
even
man.
more impressive than that. If the tree is actually closer to the clouds and therefore closer to the planet, that technically changes the shot's perspective, which would mean the tree is actually even wider, the explosion even larger, and thus the kinetic energy even greater.
So when Genkai said an
Kinetic-
S-Class demon like
kinetic
Yusuke or
energy
Hiei
greater.
could wipe out a planet, she wasn't kidding around.
Correct. While Sasuke is equal to beings powerful enough to slice and shift moons, he still could not match Hiei's strength. Even if Hiei was only half as strong as Yusuke, this would still put him well above Sasuke in terms of sheer power output and durability.
So while Sasuke was still faster, he had a real tough time trying to land a fatal blow.
There were a lot of factors in this fight, and Sasuke certainly clinched several advantages of his own. But in the end, Hiei's impeccable abilities, perfect counters, and clearly superior power took the victory.
Sasuke lost the edge and was a Sharinganer.
The winner is Hiei.
I see what he tried to do there. He tried. It didn't work. Okay.
2 for 2. Well, I have to go back and count all the ones that we did, but lately I've been on a roll.
Whatever, man.
I'm
Look,
proud of myself. I just want to thank all the women out there who lose to their boyfriends, and this is for all of us.
Okay. But yeah, so it is what it is. Okay, yeah. But they already said that there was multiple versions to where Sasuke could have won. They just chose to pick the one where he didn't. That's all this was. So I'm alright with it because they even
Don't play. You know they
still
gonna get all
admitted it.
kinds of salt fatty popcorn off of this.
That's okay. Get the salt out. Okay. Yeah, I need to give y'all some salt next time. I need to bring some salt with me. But no, they said it at the end. They was like, oh, there's multiple reasons how he could have won this. But you know, they're the ones editing the video and making it, so they chose for him to lose. That's all this was. So I'm alright. You know, I'm alright because they even admitted it. And he's not even my favorite character on Naruto. So it's like, because Rock
Lord.
Lee and Gaara, those are like my two favorite. I don't know who's better out of them two, who I like more. But yeah. Let us know in the comments, like, for real, who did y'all think was going to win when y'all first seen this death battle? Because I'm sure a lot of people probably did really think Sasuke was going to win before seeing this. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, so drop your comments down below. But thank you guys for watching. This is it. We out.